All
right, we have senior forward Ajane Durant, head coach Chris Kilburn-Staveski, junior guard Boogie Brzezowski. Start with an opening statement from Coach.
Well, I just said happy holidays to everybody, and that was a happy holidays for this team as well as its coaching staff. But what about a very smart, disciplined, the team exactly what we watched on Scout for about 100 days, it felt like, before we played them. And they did exactly every single thing that DK had us ready for, and I'm sure they can attest to this. Finding threes in transition, making a jab step move, and if they use their left, they use their left, they use their right, use their right. They're very disciplined, they're very smart. And then when we decided to play basketball, really go after it, I mean, obviously had some moments and some really good people helped us, but then when we really we made a Dr. Jekyll Hyde kind of situation, and we really decided to play, in the last, really in the fourth quarter. I thought the team that pushed us in the third quarter did a great job, and then we just woke up in the fourth quarter. So I can't be proud, just proud, so that's it.
Boogie, how does it feel to be back?
It feels great. I had to shake a little bit of rust off. It was great finally being back on the court and playing with my team instead of against them in practice. It was just fun. It was fun to be out there, fun ending, way to keep my head in the game at the end because I could have gotten down on myself. I'm usually hard on myself, but I thought we did a great job. We got a great team win, and that's really all that matters. It's no personal accolades here. As long as we came together, we played hard, and that's the best Christmas gift I could ask for right now.
And Coach, you get a lot of talent with Boogie and Micaiah coming in, but you also get that challenge of fitting them into that rotation. It looked like a lot of players maybe shifting around a little bit. Did you find any difficulty in that?
100%. I would probably be lying through my teeth if I said you any different, and they do too. And that's why I guess I was proud because I knew the pressure that she puts on herself. And then here she is from the town. And I told her I'll take anything. However she played today, I was like, I'll take all the hits because it's one game you haven't played in a year. I mean, and they probably say, how would it feel if I haven't played in a year? But for her to keep her head up, come back, and give good minutes when Lex had really done some great things to carry us. Nay carried us in the fourth quarter. So it was like that. These are the things that we're going to have to figure out, that make us work because people even like Shonda Karsten, that crew that put us in and was trapping in the third quarter or put us in a position to come back in the game. At one point it was 50 to 34. I think it was 50 to 34 in the third quarter with about 5 minutes left. So that rotation of that group cut that margin. And then they started the fourth quarter. Then they get tired. We go to the next margin. So you're right. I mean, there's not going to be an exact science sometimes. I think we got to play harder more. People got to play harder. We don't need to hold our breath anymore or say I got to stay in. If you're tired for a little bit, go. So you can come out and you can go hard. And but yeah, we knew it was going to be a little tricky. But their biggest challenge with these guys is understanding playing together, the team over the self. And if you have, as an example, was Liv. They were all over her. They were not giving her any free threes to save her life. Every time there was a stagger, they were yelling, "Here comes a stagger! Run with her! Run with her!" And they were like this. First blue two, they were like that. So she made suggestions on the offensive end. People came in and carried that weight for her. That's the way life's going to be sometimes. You make that sacrifice for your team as long as you win. Then that's where this maturity and this experience and maturity, both these people here, who tell the team this is how we're going to do it to win. Because we already figured we can't win and do what we need to do without all the extra reinforcements. So that's going to, we need more help. So it's nice to have that today.
Coach, you mentioned it yourself. You guys were down by as much as 16, 18 points in the third quarter.
Yeah.
What do you think the turning point was for your team? What do you think sort of changed that you guys were able to claw back into the game and make some defensive adjustments down the stretch?
I mean, I think some of the pressing and putting the pressure on them, and we talked about it at halftime. Quit being, be the aggressor. I understand. They usually do a really good job with scouts. So sometimes you start playing scout predicted, but really sometimes you just need to get in their grill. And I think that's what they did. And then, like I said, that crew was Sandra and Sika. I think it was Lex, maybe Aliana, and then between Marianne and a few times Kai, that got us into the pressing mode, and that started cutting the margin down. And then, like I said, and then that kind of just got everybody else going. Because it could have gone, as you saw, we talked about when we played Siena here and we were down by 10, and we did not have a rally. So we don't want to be in this position, and we're not excited about this position. We need to play well the 30 minutes prior. And really play harder. It's not even well, because they know it's not about skill. You're going to have to bust your hump. You're going to have to play harder. They hurt us on the rebounding. They should have out-rebounded us, and they did. So those are just things that we got to tighten the belt on. We're not foolish. We know that we need to play better, and they know they need to play better. But we certainly will take everything we can get here off of this and learn a heck of a lot from this win. I'd rather learn from the win today. So I want to ask her that question too.
And then I guess Ashina, you didn't have as many touches early on, but obviously the fourth quarter was just your time for dominance. So just talk about how you really kind of just came out and started to attack the rim a little bit more often, things like that.
Well, you know, we just got a lot of stops, so like it opened up more for me. You know, as you said, I didn't get a lot of touches in the first half, which was like, sorry, which is okay. You know, definitely, you know, we just kept getting stops, and that's, like I said, just opened up the floor for me. So yeah.
And Coach, not to put a bummer on this or anything, but you look ahead to conference play now. JMU has been struggling a little bit, but do you take that with a grain of salt? They're 3-7, playing some tough teams.
Yeah. You take it with a grain of salt. I think they're a little bit deeper in boat because they've had more time. He has depth too, and I can see when I watched the St. John's game when it was on TV after one of our practices, because I really don't try to get too far ahead. I like to focus on the present, and so I have not scouted them. But obviously, you check scores, you see things, but in particular in that game, so I mean they've got a lot of horses, and I can tell that he's trying to get the pieces to fit. So there's going to be a battle. But you know it's going to be a fun one, and it starts early, so we're going to get a test early because we have them, and then we turn around and have Drexel. So I want them to enjoy, have fun. I will be the one that's not going to be getting any sleep for the next 4 days, but watching JMU. But for these guys, you know, we just come back and we got to be us, but we definitely need to play harder for more often, and we know for conference we're going to have to do that. So it is what it is. So now we come out of here a little ahead of 500, right? So and that's kind of what, you know, what we kind of could have definitely would have, could have, should have, a couple extra ones, but you know, we're feeling pretty good about where we are, and then now we need to push forward.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank
Happy
you.
holidays,
Thanks,
everybody.
Coach.
You too.
I'll be safe.